It is time for another follow along with me, Miss B. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click that like button, and hit the notification bell for new videos. We are into week 6 of quarter 2, Elements of Art, and we're going to be talking about beginning forms today. So let's start by holding our paper landscape, that's laying down. And then we're going to fold it in half. And then without unfolding it, we are going to fold it in half one more time, so from bottom to top. This is going to give us 4 sections of our paper once we open it back up. So you see here we have 4 sections. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, let's take our blue crayon and we're going to trace the lines we made by folding the paper. So now you're going to pick whatever color crayon you would like to use next. I'm going to use this red violet. And we're going to start in this section right here, closest to our right hand up at the top. And we're going to make a line going straight up without taking our crayon off the paper. Kind of like our last project with continuous lines. So once our line starts, we're not going to pick our crayon up off the paper. And we're going to go straight up. Then we're going to go down on an angle, kind of making a triangle shape. But remember, we are not picking our crayon up off the paper. And then we're going to come back across, but we're not going to touch our first line. And we're going to repeat that pattern again. Up. Diagonal. Hit the camera, sorry. There we go. Diagonal. And across. Make sure we use our other hand to hold our paper down. So again, up. Diagonal. Across, up, diagonal, across, up, diagonal, across, up, diagonal, across. So again, this is another continuous line and we're starting to make forms. So let's go ahead and pick a new color. And we're going to stay on the right side of the paper down here at the bottom, and we're going to start toward the middle of our X. So right there in the middle. And instead of going up, we're going to go down this time. So it's going to go down, down, up on a diagonal, and across the other way. Don't touch that line. Down, up on a diagonal, across. Down, up on a diagonal, cross. And we're going to repeat this till we can't anymore. One continuous line. And then we're ready to move to our third section. Let's pick a third color. So moving to the upper left quarter, I'm going to pick my new color, starting toward the middle of our X or our cross, right where our other lines have started. Not taking my crayon off the paper, I'm going to go up, down on a diagonal, and across. Up, diagonal, and across. One continuous line. And I will stop and pause this video so that you guys can see this a couple times before you do it. Kindergarten, this is going to be a little bit harder for you, but this is going to be great practice. So moving to my fourth color and my fourth section, starting toward the middle, going down, up on a diagonal, and across. Remember, I'm not picking up my crayon from the paper. Down, up on a diagonal, across. I'm following the first line I made. It's getting smaller and smaller as we go. And we are practicing forms as well as continuous lines. You guys can always get a second piece of paper later and try this again. But what we're going to do is flip our paper over and we're going to practice some more forms. Again, kindergarten, this is going to be a little bit tricky for you guys, but I want you guys to do your best. So, we're going to flip our paper over. And we are going to practice some moving forms on the back. So you can start with a light color. I'm going to start with orange here. And I'm going to make a waving motion. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace that line or repeat that motion over and over with different colors. Now I'm going to start a new line, a different wave, and different colors. And I want to try to stay the same motion as I did the first time. And I want you guys to start drawing with your whole arm, not just your wrist or your fingers. Try to let it start from your shoulder and then move. You also want to make sure that you're not holding your crayon too tightly. Now I'm going to repeat this again 2 more times just to get that waving motion. And yes, the background does look a little different. I had another video prepared, or half a video prepared, but I decided to change it. So again, making a waving motion with my arm and then repeating that wave. And then changing my colors as I go. So I'm going to do about 3 or 4 lines in the same color, then change out my color. Now at the bottom of my paper, we're going to do a spiral motion. Again, this is going to come from your shoulder, not your wrist or your fingers. And we want to start little in the middle and move out, making a big motion. And then we're just going to trace these lines or repeat that motion. Now, if you want to go a lot bigger, you can trace over or draw over the lines you've already made, or you can get a new piece of paper. And then for more practice, I'm actually going to do a second spiral. Right to the side. And this is going to get us practice with motion and getting some dimension as kindergarten, first, and second graders. Don't forget to submit your assignment on Schoology for full credit. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on Schoology. Click the like button, my friends, and don't forget to have a nice day.